The Formula One world is abuzz with the news of Ferrari potentially adding Zhou to their roster as a reserve driver. This move, while appearing strategic for on-track performance, carries a deeper business implication, especially in a region where Ferrari's presence has been struggling. For Ferrari, this decision is not just about finding a capable driver for their simulator and testing needs, but also about expanding their reach and influence in the Chinese market. Given Zhou's significance in his home country, both in and out of the sport, this collaboration could offer benefits that go beyond the racetrack. Let's address the big question first: can Ferrari finalize this agreement swiftly and reignite their connection with Zhou, who was part of their academy until 2018? If they do, could it set the stage for Zhou to reclaim a permanent position on the Formula One grid in the future? These questions come at a time when Zhou's career trajectory hangs in a delicate balance. Despite showing promise, his journey has been marked by challenges, and now, a chance like this could redefine his narrative. Elsewhere, Zhou's long-term Formula One prospects remain uncertain. Teams are constantly evaluating new talent and weighing the advantages of established drivers against emerging ones. Yet, there's an undeniable factor in Zhou's favor: the financial backing he brings through sponsorship deals. Estimates suggest that Zhou's endorsements have contributed around $30 million annually to his teams, a figure that speaks volumes in an industry where every dollar matters for development and upgrades. For Ferrari, this financial boost could provide them with the resources to refine their car's performance and enhance their chances of competing at the top. On top of that, Zhou's prior experience in Formula One sets him apart from the typical reserve driver. While many teams rely on drivers from Formula 2 or even Formula 3 for such roles, Zhou's presence would bring a wealth of first-hand knowledge and insights, allowing Ferrari to maximize their developmental efforts. Ferrari's interest in Zhou, however, goes beyond just bolstering their reserve lineup. The team is undoubtedly aware of the declining influence their brand has experienced in China, particularly in terms of car sales and market share. While their overall drop in vehicle demand was moderate in 2023, at around 4%, the situation has worsened significantly in 2024, with a reported 25% decline. This sharp contrast reflects the growing demand for electric vehicles in the region, an area where Ferrari is still establishing its foothold. By integrating Zhou into their team, they could strategically address these challenges, not just by leveraging his talent, but also by tapping into his marketability. Zhou's impact on and off the track is no small feat. Few rookies manage to score points on their Formula One debut, but Zhou joined this elite club by finishing 10th in his very first race. Critics who doubt his capabilities often overlook these accomplishments, which underscore his potential to contribute meaningfully to a team's success. Even in his current stint with Sauber, Zhou has demonstrated flashes of brilliance despite the car's persistent underperformance, a situation largely beyond his control. In comparison to his teammate Bottas, the numbers may not always favor Zhou, but they paint a more nuanced picture upon closer inspection. For instance, Zhou recorded 36 laps in the top 10 positions during the season, compared to Bottas's 29. Similarly, while Bottas might have outperformed Zhou in head-to-head qualifications, Zhou secured 12 fastest laps compared to Bottas's 8. These metrics highlight that Zhou is far from being a liability. Instead, he's a capable driver who simply needs the right environment to thrive. Ferrari's ambitions remain firmly focused on reclaiming the championship title, a goal they aim to achieve by 2025. To reach this milestone, every component of their team, from drivers to engineers, must work in unison. Zhou's role, should he join Ferrari, would extend beyond merely testing the car in simulators. He would need to push the limits during practice sessions, ensure seamless integration of upgrades, and provide detailed feedback critical for the car's evolution. Zhou's potential addition to Ferrari also brings a sense of urgency for both parties. As Ferrari inches closer to its 2024 Constructors' Championship battle, currently just 36 points behind McLaren with 3 races remaining, every decision matters. In this high-stakes environment, Zhou's task would not only involve technical contributions but also ensuring that the team stays competitive in areas that could define the season's outcome. His expertise, combined with Ferrari's resources, could make a significant difference in closing this gap and maintaining momentum into the following year. Ferrari's leadership, particularly Charles Leclerc, has been vocal about their unwavering focus on clinching the championship title in 2025. This vision demands precise coordination and exceptional effort from every team member. For Zhou, this would mean shouldering immense responsibility in testing the car's upgrades both on track and in the simulator. His role could prove pivotal in ensuring the team enters the next season with a well-calibrated machine capable of competing at the highest level. Beyond the technical aspects, Zhou's commercial value cannot be overstated. By leveraging his presence, Ferrari could potentially regain a foothold in the Chinese market, where the demand for luxury vehicles has been shifting toward electric and hybrid models. Assigning Zhou not only as a driver but also as a brand ambassador could position Ferrari to adapt to these changing dynamics, creating new opportunities to connect with Chinese consumers. However, the pressure on Zhou to perform would be immense. If given the opportunity to step in during a full race weekend, he would need to deliver results that validate his inclusion in Ferrari's plans. Success in such a scenario could open doors for a full-time return to the grid, reinforcing his value as a versatile and dependable driver. Ferrari's potential strategy for Zhou doesn't just hinge on his abilities but also on the broader implications for Formula One. The sport has always been a platform where talent and marketability intersect, and Zhou exemplifies this dual advantage. His journey from Ferrari's driver academy to a stint with Sauber, and now the possibility of a return, highlights how careers in Formula One can take unpredictable turns. Yet, the consistent factor in Zhou's narrative has been his drive to prove himself, both on the track and off it. Zhou himself has expressed unwavering determination to remain in Formula One. In a recent statement, he emphasized that stepping into other racing series is not a consideration for him at this stage. His focus remains solely on solidifying his position within the sport, whether through a direct seat or a role that keeps him connected to the grid. This mindset aligns perfectly with Ferrari's ambitions, as they seek a driver with both the technical expertise and the motivation to contribute to their long-term goals. For Ferrari, this is also about building for the future. Zhou's role would involve working closely with their engineers and drivers to refine the car for the challenges of the 2025 season. His inputs would be crucial in testing and providing feedback on how the vehicle performs under various conditions. Given Ferrari's recent struggles with pit stops and strategy execution, having a driver like Zhou in their reserve lineup could offer them a valuable edge in addressing these weaknesses. On the flip side, the challenge for Zhou would be immense. Competing in an environment as intense as Ferrari's, where the spotlight is always glaring, would require him to consistently deliver. His ability to adapt to the team's high expectations and pressure-filled atmosphere will determine whether this collaboration becomes a stepping stone for his career or a missed opportunity. For Zhou, this opportunity could serve as a pivotal moment in his career, potentially setting the stage for a full-time return to the Formula One grid. While Ferrari has denied any active discussions about bringing him on board, it's common in the sport for teams to keep negotiations under wraps until all pieces are in place. If this deal materializes, it could offer Zhou a chance to rebuild his reputation and prove his worth, not just to Ferrari but to the entire paddock. The stakes, however, are higher than ever. Formula One is not just a sport of talent but also a game of fine margins and relentless competition. Zhou will need to demonstrate that his skills and insights can contribute meaningfully to Ferrari's goals. His ability to provide accurate feedback, help integrate upgrades seamlessly, and adapt to the team's evolving strategies will be critical. Every simulator session, every testing lap, and every meeting will be an opportunity to showcase why he deserves this role. From Ferrari's perspective, the advantages of signing Zhou extend beyond immediate performance benefits. With the Chinese market's growing focus on sustainability and electric vehicles, Ferrari could use this partnership to strengthen its position and appeal to a broader audience. By aligning with Zhou, Ferrari not only gains a capable reserve driver but also builds a bridge to one of the most influential markets in the world. Yet, the path ahead for Zhou won't be easy. The reserve driver role often involves long hours behind the scenes, with limited recognition and sporadic chances to shine. Should he get a call-up to participate in a race weekend, he will need to seize the moment and prove that he can deliver under pressure. Success in such a scenario could not only solidify his position with Ferrari but also make him a strong contender for a full-time seat with another team in the future. The broader implications of Ferrari's rumored interest in Zhou paint a fascinating picture. For the team, it's about more than just performance metrics or financial gains. It's about positioning themselves as a global brand that understands and adapts to the changing dynamics of Formula One and the automotive market. For Zhou, this opportunity represents a lifeline, a chance to prove his value not just as a driver but as an asset in the broader ecosystem of the sport. Zhou's journey has been anything but straightforward, but it's one marked by resilience and determination. While his time at Sauber has been challenging, it has also been a testament to his ability to perform under difficult circumstances. If Ferrari does bring him back into the fold, it will be up to Zhou to ensure that this opportunity doesn't go to waste. Looking ahead, the Formula One landscape is rapidly evolving. Young talents are emerging and established drivers are being pushed harder than ever to maintain their positions. Zhou stands at a crossroads where his performance and adaptability will decide his future in the sport. Whether he returns to the grid as a full-time driver or remains a vital part of a top-tier team's reserve lineup, one thing is clear: his journey is far from over. As Ferrari aims for championship glory, Zhou's potential involvement could be the key to unlocking new possibilities both on and off the track. The challenges are immense, but so are the rewards. The world of Formula One, with all its twists and turns, has always been a place where unexpected opportunities arise, and for Zhou, this could be the one that defines his career. So, what do you think? Could this be the fresh start Zhou needs to reignite his Formula One journey? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't miss our next analysis on the future of the sport's rising stars.